Boys, the Nuzo update is insane, and today I'm gonna be showcasing it. Let's go. Alright, so first up, if you open up the shop and you click on a weapon, you'll now see this upgrade button in the bottom right. If you click it, it actually brings you to this shop, which was showcased in my leak video. Now, if you look on the right, you'll actually see these available effects. And in total, there are 30 effects in the game, which is really cool. Basically, you can buy these effects using shards, and you can obtain shards by completing quests or by buying them in the new shards shop, which is located here in the in-game shop. Additionally, some effects have effect tiers. So as you can see for this one, I can buy the trail and then I can buy the particles. So this is what it looks like with the trail, and then you can add even more particles. So I'll buy this trail for 500 and then I can buy the particles for 1000. And as you can see, this looks kind of crazy. So yeah, now I have all of these really cool weapon effects on my weapon. Another one of my favorite weapon effects is the Blood's Desire. This thing also looks really nice. Additionally, depending on what weapon you're using, it will determine where the particles show up on your weapon. So for example, the Naginata has it show up on the tip of the blade. I think it's also important to mention that these weapon effects are not shared across weapons. So I just bought this effect on the Katana, and now I have to repurchase it if I want to use it on the Naginata. And as I mentioned earlier, you actually get these shards from the quests. Now, you don't get them from daily quests, you can only get them from weekly quests, but the weekly quests are just milestones for completing daily quests. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the VFX update. It's time to move on to the next part of this update, which is the Easter event. So if you're in spawn and you come over here, you'll see the Easter egg hunt event. And as you can see, there's a bunch of really cool weapon skins that you can get, each of them with varying requirements on how many eggs you need to get to obtain them. So for example, if I wanted to get the turtle shell, I'd need to get 15 serpent eggs, 5 urchins, 25 turtles, and 1 dragon egg. And these eggs can just be found around the map. As you can see, I just found one right here, which is the tiger egg. These things are all around the map. As you can see, there's one right here, and then I can come down here, and there's another one. And then if I come down a little bit further, there's another one right here. I think you get the point. So keep an eye out for these while you're playing, because they can earn you some really valuable weapon skins. First up, this is the white rabbit katana skin. This thing is so clean, and I can see a lot of competitive players using this. Next up is the serpent coil. This is a Kusari Gamma skin, and it actually looks pretty cool too. Next up is the urchin sting. This is a Tanto skin, and it's got some pretty nice effects around it. Next up is the turtle shell. This is a Kesta skin, and once again, the particles look pretty nice. Next up is this Cannibal skin. Phoenix Pyre, I believe is how you pronounce it. I apologize if I'm butchering the name. But yeah, it's like a really long staff with an egg on the end of it. And it's got some flames coming off of it too. Next up is the Tiger Claw. This thing's really interesting because when you swing, there's claws that come out on the blade. Pretty interesting skin. I like it. Next up is the Dragon Tail Katana. This thing is pretty cool. There's a dragon on the end of the handle, and then there's the tail that spreads around the blade. Pretty nice weapon. And lastly is the Golden Kisuru. I don't know how to pronounce this one either, but this thing is actually really cool. I love the particles, and it's got this really cool golden theme to it. I'm really glad that none of the weapons in this update went too far out of the game's theme. A lot of the updates recently have featured really off-topic items, so I commend Voldex for making this update fit to the game's theme. You can purchase these weapons with Robux. The most expensive one is the golden skin, which is 2,000 Robux, and the cheapest one is 100. Next up, this week's daily spin weapon is the Yora Katana, which is definitely a play on the Yoru weapon. But yeah, this thing is a katana skin, and it looks really cool. Once again, a skin that I can definitely see a lot of players using. There's also this bones kill effect now, which turns the player into a skeleton, and then the skeleton starts doing this animation, and then the head falls off and it crumbles into pieces. Quite the chain of events. Anyways, that's it for today. If I missed anything, let me know in the comments and I'll put it in a pinned comment. Thank you for watching. Peace.